know.
Hi.
You never know.
Hello, folks. This is Dave Olney with the news. The name of the show is, You Never Know. And I never do. Okay, so, this just in. We've got a situation. Don't try to fight it. Go to musicnews.com or search on Google to catch the world premiere of my new video of the song Situation. It's out today, April 24th. The song is featured on my Don't Try to Fight It album. You can get it, your very own copy at davidolney.com, Amazon, iTunes, and other fine physical and retail venues. Okay, that's the way the news used to be when I was a kid. John Cameron Swayze with the news. All right, they did this thing. Nashville Shakespeare did a fundraiser deal Saturday, and played at that, and that was fun. And today, in fact, is Shakespeare's birthday. He's still dead, but happy birthday, dead man. But anyway, that was fun, and thanks to Denise Hicks and all my buddies at the Nashville Shakespeare, which did those two shows, Comedy of Errors and As You Like It, and they were really fun and really nice people to be around, and I was really glad to do that. And okay, let me do this. Coming up next week, we turn our wheels to the Northeast, back on the road Wednesday, May 2nd through Mother's Day. Maybe mom or a mom-to-be would like to attend a David Olney concert. Or maybe not. Catch us in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Rochester, New York. Okay, let's do woo-hoo! This is the 422 Northeast Zephyr for Pittsburgh, PA, Rochester, New York, Averill Park, New York, woo-hoo! Norwood, Massachusetts, West Dennis, Massachusetts, New York City, woo-hoo! Newton Square, Pennsylvania, and in Gaithersburg, Maryland, at the Arts Barn, where you can also sign up for an exclusive songwriter workshop that afternoon. Woo-hoo! Okay. Later in May and in June, Memphis, Tennessee, Springfield, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and various points in Iowa. Visiting Nashville sometime soon. Check out Sonnets on Wood at the Art and Invention Gallery and the Five Points neighborhood in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, just look all this stuff up. All things David Olney online at davidolney.com. Okay, Sonnets on Wood is this thing that's there. I'm working on this other thing, which is haikus on wood. Little things with a haiku and a picture. They're supposed to be like these mythic birds. I'll bring one in and show it to you. But anyway, I was talking about it last week, and I got a message from my buddy Jack Calvert from Chicago. And he emails, hi Dave, I loved your haiku. Thanks for sharing. Here's one of mine. Okay, here we go. Hanging, quivering, the drip that has yet to drip, anticipation. All right. So like haikus, it's like the 5-syllable line and the 7-syllable line, and then end up with a 5-syllable line. And anybody can do that. But if you don't think about it, then they come out sounding kind of glib and clever. I thought Jack sounded great. That's why I'm saying it. And that's why I recited it, or presented it, whatever you call it. But the haikus, if you really get into it, they can really nail something that's like, it's hard to explain. It's like when you smell burning leaves and it takes you to a certain place, or you smell pine needles and it's like Christmas when you were 5 years old. A haiku can be very specific about how it registers with you, and they're intense. I mean, and they're worthy things to think about. Okay, so Nashville Shakespeare had their fundraiser, and I'm, was happy to participate, proud, honored. And this is one of the songs that I wrote for As You Like It, for the character of Jaquess, who was played by Derek Whittaker, who was like, he and I cut up on stage and had a great time. He was very generous to me, his acting wise. And he sang this, and I kind of followed him around, played guitar, and made funny noises, as you shall see. Gaze upon the human race. What a waste, a sad disgrace. This world is such a bitter place. It almost makes me laugh. It almost makes me laugh. Reading any history, cruelty and misery, a tale of woe so plain to see, it almost makes me laugh. It almost makes me laugh. I watch the fool's parade go by. I want to hang my head and cry, like everyone there doomed to die. It almost makes me laugh. It almost makes me laugh. Lovers give their hearts away. They put their passion on display. They swear forever and a day. It almost makes me laugh. It almost makes me laugh. I watch the fool's parade go by. I want to hang my head and cry, like everyone there doomed to die. It almost makes me laugh. It almost makes me laugh. Yeah. It almost makes me laugh. All right, that's it. Almost makes me laugh. Jaquess is like this character. To me, he was like a stand-up comedian that was like not funny, and the few times that he was funny, and it wasn't a few times, he was funny quite often, but not for the reasons he thought. And Derek Whittaker was like really cool playing him, because Jaquess, despite all his faults, is someone that you really like in the play, and Derek is a really likable person. Okay, so that's what. Oh, one other thing. Now this is weird. Yesterday I started reading the Arabian Nights, and these are like really weird stories. And go out and read these. I mean, there's different versions. There's like 1001 Arabian Nights, and then there's just the Arabian Nights, and there's all kinds of different translations. But the thing that got me was that was reading this one story, and this happened. All of them do this. They're telling the story, and they've got, Arabian steeds and superheroes and exotic birds, magical things going on, and they're telling these stories, and all these things are in it. And then within the story, a character say, "Well, I've got to explain to you how I got here." So within the story, there's another story, and then within that, someone will start going on another story, and it has this weird effect, which is like you can't remember the original story. Several times I had to go back and go, "Well, how did this get here?" And it's like those Russian eggs, It's like you open it up and there's another egg in it. Whoa! You open that up, there's another egg, and that's the Arabian Nights. Who'd have thought that? I don't even know why I was reading it, but I was, and I'll see you next week. You never know. You never know.